Feel me? Fresh out,
Fresh
pop it
out.
out. I ain't had one of these in a minute, but I got it today, you heard? Got it today. I went and bought one today. You know, they say you had to always have one, but I went and bought one today, you know, because it's in my heart. I walk and live it. Here I am, will pull me to the side. You heard he pulling me to the side right now.
Gotta have the conversation, you know what I mean? But yeah, welcome to the In Rare Form podcast. Pull me to the side, have the conversation. Got Loaf Life Manny, respectfully OG Manny Brim. I just want to get his story, you know what I mean? Let the people know what he been on, how he been doing since he been out. So you gotta get the people your story, man.
All right, first and foremost, respect is due to your platform. Respect is due to you as a brother, like I said, as a father, as a black entrepreneur, model, you know, everything in one, inspiring, you feel me, all the black youth to be excellent, you know.
I appreciate that.
And, yeah, my story is powerful, it's deep, it's gut wrenching, is everything, man. It's shocking, alert, alarmful, as sometimes you may feel in this story that I may be the villain and I may be the what's the other one?
Superhero?
The superhero, yeah.
Superhero.
Yeah, I may be the superhero at some points and I may be the villain at some points. But overall, it just is a roller coaster. It take you on a man that grew up with, you know, trials and struggles and hardships. And
How you
overcame
like,
it.
how you got into what is it, the Brims? How you got into that? What made you?
I mean, I mean, that's jumping right into it, right? When you speak of the brims and things of that nature, understand first and foremost is an acronym that stands for something. And when you break that acronym down, you will understand that it's deeper than, you know, any gang. So I never came into a gang. I came into a family. You feel me? Black revolutionary, independent movement or militia or, you feel me? Black revolutionary, intelligent militant soldier. You feel me? So it was something different. It had to deal with uplifting and bettering your people, you know, and that's what I seeked in it. I seek the love and the loyalty that I didn't have at home. You understand what I'm saying? Because I had the love. Let me get this correct. I don't want y'all to be like, yo, because my mom's. You could go on on SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever. I'm on it all. Loaf Life Manny, LoafLyfeManny, and my love is as deep as Dear Mama. Go look at it, listen to it. It tell you everything about my mother. You heard in a relationship with her kids growing up, you know. And for me, my mom's wasn't always there. She had to work overtime, you know, coming from a single parent household or mother having kids with wrong men, but trying to get it on track and not go left. That's why I thank her for everything, for not leaving me. You know what I mean? Because she could have aborted me. She could have abandoned me and shit like that. Like a lot of people I know they family have done to them. But not having a father in my life kind of put me at a situation where, and being the oldest male, you know, I had a heavy responsibility young, and a lot went wrong in my household. You know, mom's looking for love in all the wrong places, leading me to dislike the guy that she chose to embark that journey on with, and me and him clashed. I didn't like him. He ain't like me. It was evident he had an ulterior motive and purpose because I'm a kid. How you don't like a kid? So early on, I gave the signs of what I call mental abuse, psychological abuse, which later became physical abuse as I got older. And my mom's being blinded by the money and the jury and the things that he was providing, because you feel me, he was a provider. You know, like I can't never lie about that. He tried to help out to the best of his ability. They had construction companies and shit like that.
Some people
You
get
feel me?
blinded by the money. You
But
know how
yeah,
that go.
that's what it was. It's the love and the money. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I always tell a female, like, yo, what's thicker than blood? Sperm. I go through my shit with females too. With my kids' mothers, I went through it with, going through it still right now, because women, and this is why I tell people, God created us to be together.
Yeah.
Father, mother, child, sun, moon, and star.
Mm-hmm.
Is the galaxy, is the elements, is everything, is the Trinity. You feel me? Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Yeah, that's the Trinity for religion.
Yeah.
But in the real world of order, is man, woman, and child. It's only right for women to want a man and for men to want a woman. And we got taken away from that state. But at home, that's what everybody is looking for, that completion. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I had to learn that. I learned that growing up. That's why I don't hate my moms, and I don't blame her for none of the decisions that I made growing up as a man. I felt like whatever it is that I went through in my childhood, I learned from it. It made me stronger, even though I went through these struggles, and I came into this lifestyle, you know what I mean, which everybody considered to be negative, which the world considers to be negative because of the acts. But in itself, it also protects some people.
But yeah, even
you feel me?
Even like me hearing stories growing up, you know what I mean? Like where we from and shit. Like you was always like on some. I don't really think it was like a gang type of thing with you. Like it was always like revolutionary type. It was always like, you know, building and want to prosper and like want to see your people do good.
Right, cause at the end of the day, I came from a family that had a lot of love, and when my grandparents died, I watched my family deteriorate and everybody go in different directions. Me being the oldest male in my family and giving the name man, I didn't take on no action hero or no gangster, no Gotti or homicide.
Now you've been that, you've been that.
Me, Manny been me. That's came from my mother.
I feel you when you say like the love.
Yeah,
because I ain't gonna lie. We had shit growing up.
Right.
But we had family love.
We had family love, G. And that got you through.
Word.
Whether we was eating Franks and beans, whether we was in TV dinners, or fucking, or mayonnaise sandwiches. You feel me?
That's
like,
a fact.
But those struggles wore on me. You feel me? That right there wore on me, because I'm like, damn, it gotta be better.
Yeah.
It gotta be more.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
And this lead, because you asked the question about the gang, what made me go into it. This is what pushed me into it. The physical and mental abuse, mixed with hanging with some street gangs that I didn't understand they drama and they beef because I was young. But I was out there with, when I was 9 years old, 10 years old, I was hanging out with 13, 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's why my moms used to always want to keep me away, because I always gravitated to the older people. I always gravitated to, I was more elevated mentally. You feel me? And even though the kids in my age bracket, you know what I mean? Shout out to, you know, this is my boy, man, Wayman Tatum, man. You feel me? One of my best childhood friends. You know, he lost his mind right now, but he's getting it back. You know, but that's one of my brothers that he was young and hip to hip with me, you know.
Sturdy.
Isaac Brown, it go by Gift, Long Money Gift right now, or Drop World Gift. You feel what I'm saying? Lived up the street for me, Chris Cooper. You feel me? Rest in peace, Vernon Brown. You feel me? We all lived on the same block, South 29th Street. You feel me? And Rakim Peoples lived up the street. He used to come by. We used to play basketball. He used to jump out, give us money. Shout out to Rakim Allah. You know what I mean? The 18th letter, you know that, man. Where you from, you rep that shit well.
That's
and
a
at
fact.
the end of the day, we wish you could have did more. That's all we asked for. You feel me? Was you to have done more. But I know the politics behind your shit, because I'm a street dude for real. And I've been in Brooklyn. I've been around them. I was in the P's. I knew Rest in Peace, Fly Tie, Supreme Magnetic Nephew. Like, I know all of them. Like, so it's a lot to do, a lot in this game, a lot in the world that we suffer from, and being black people, we don't even acknowledge that. We cause so much harm and strip away from people excellence when all we got to do is have a good heart. You
That's
feel
a
me?
fact.
And I think I was born. I always said I was a prophet. You feel me? In jail, everywhere I went, anybody that know me, they know like if I stepped in the building, it's revolutionary 1st,
Mm-hmm.
it's family first, gangs is last.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like the gang aspect of blood is last to me.
Mm-hmm.
It never been first.
Mm-hmm.
The ignorant part of it never been in my character. You
Yeah.
feel me? I always was held because of my heart and because of how I stood.
That's a
You
fact.
feel me? Even from the
But even the
streets.
acronym of it is on some positive shit.
Right.
Honestly speaking, you know what I
Right.
mean? It's like
But-
on some brotherhood shit.
But
so.
I can't paint a picture of it being like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying who I am.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Because everybody that's in it don't live like it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it took me to go through my trials. It took me to go through my bed for me to understand where I was supposed to be at in life. You
Yeah.
feel me? Because I was caught up like everybody else in the identity crisis, watching movies like Scarface and
Mm-hmm.
you feel me, and Minister Society and Colors and shit like that growing up.
Yeah.
It'll have an effect on your psyche. That's
a
why
fact.
you gotta be cautious of what your kids watch and listen to, especially in the era of today. That's why these kids is growing up so fast. You feel me? And they not ready for that knowledge. Even though we want them to be and it looks cool,
Yeah.
you gotta have time to assess.
You do.
And really, you feel me?
That's a fact.
Because you will find yourself having a grown ass kid who never lived life as a kid, like
Mhm.
Michael Jackson,
Facts.
all the way fucked up. You
Trying to
feel me?
revert back to that.
Trying to go back to that,
Yeah.
like me. I'm in my second childhood. I did 23 years in prison. I'm 41.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But that's why I joined this life right here, you know, and joined up with the red niggas because they was on some brotherhood stuff when I came around, when I moved around in Harlem, when I went to the Bronx, wherever I went and I seen Bloods, they was always together.
Yeah.
And it was like, if I came around, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And it had got to the point where I'm dating females and all of that in niggas' neighborhoods,
Mhm.
and I'm coming through them shits, and they like, where you from? And I'm like, from Long Island, like
Word.
from Crime Dens.
That's a
And
fact.
niggas is like, where the fuck is that? This is the Barrows I'm talking about. I'm in Harlem in Polo Grounds. I'm in St. Nick Projects. I'm in what's damn son, pardon me, man.
What's the shit
they
with
gon-
it?
Dr. Martin Luther King
Forster.
Yeah, down on 112. You feel
Mhm.
me? And it's crazy because
Forster,
that's where
Taft,
I'm
and
at
all of that,
more than
yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
You feel me? But if I go to any of them neighborhoods or any of them projects and shit, they always rolled it out for me.
Yeah.
They always show me love. Shout out to my son Costo, Jack Frost from 129th. You
Mhm.
feel me? In St. Nick. You feel me? Like, shout out to all my people, Conehead, Tut, all of them from 112th, Cash, Murder. You feel me? All the brothers that out there that embraced me when I came through y'all areas, when I, you feel me, stepped around your way. My son Dot out of Douglas, you feel me? Even though he holding it down where he at, you feel me?
But you was a
was
youngin'
an
doing
embrace.
that though.
Right.
That's what people don't understand
Right.
though. You was a
Young as
youngin'.
hell, 15
Yeah.
years old.
Word.
You know, making my rounds in the
Mhm.
boroughs of New York, the worst cities in 96, 97. You
That's
feel
a
me?
fact.
And
And people from Long Island wasn't even traveling like
yeah,
that.
you
out there.
wasn't
They
young.
Yeah,
Like, I
they
had to
wasn't
get away
doing
from
that.
home. It was
That's
a
a
different
fact,
type
yeah.
of fight. It was
That's a
like
fact.
I get on the train and just shoot out. And they got to the point where it was like, man, nah, I gotta stand up in this shit. You feel me? I gotta bring something around my way and change how everybody living out here. I fucked with all of the street gangs that was around my way
Mhm.
because ultimately, like, I was in school, I was popular.
Mhm.
I never was not popular in school. I was handsome. I was athletic. I played basketball, football. I went into wrestling. I did gymnastics. You feel what I'm saying? I knew how to draw, you know, so I kept a female.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
He was into shit. So yeah.
You feel me?
That's
Like,
a fact.
and everybody that was around enjoyed my company
Yeah.
because
That's
I
a
wasn't
fact.
into no bullshit. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? But I didn't play no games either.
Yeah.
So you got both sides. You got the good and you got the bad side. If you wanted the bad side, it's gonna get ugly.
That's just moving sturdy though.
Right.
Honestly, you know. what I mean?
Militant.
Yeah, exactly.
Discipline.
Yeah.
I had a family structure. You know, morals and principles was embedded in me. So I knew how to carry myself.
Yeah.
I wasn't no idiot. I had fights. I went through everything what everybody else went through. But I was a leader.
Yeah.
I was a leader. So my little NTO, my brothers that was NTO, they was younger than me. So when I say little, I'm not saying from them being like degraded.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
saying they younger than me. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
But I was hanging out with them. That was my age bracket.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like I was older than by 2 years or so. You
Yeah.
know? Then I had my mans. That was my age bracket. We was in the sports and all that type of shit. But if you going through something at home, it's gonna alter how you are as a person.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
Always.
So you gonna start doing things quicker than other people
That's a fact.
because you start getting introduced
Because you
to
gotta
different
adjust.
things.
You gotta adjust to the lifestyle.
And that
So
was my uncle's fault.
mm-hmm.
My uncle Buddy, rest in peace. I can't say he did something bad because I appreciate the jewels he gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Like how to show your nails, how to be a man. These are the things that us men got to give to our kids and give to people out here in society
Mm-hmm.
that we're not giving.
That's-
And I still only got one ear. This with my godmother, my god, your mother. She, the earring I got in my left ear.
That's a fact.
She did that for me. You feel me? And I never got another earring. I never follow certain trends.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It's like, you know, it look cool and all that, but what is the significance behind it? You change your culture, you changing a lot of things. Even though if you look in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
that's what changed my whole mind state with that too.
Yeah.
Because they say only the left side is for men.
Mm-hmm.
That's the European concept. But in Africa, they did holes everywhere.
Yeah, that's
And it
true.
was
Yeah.
symbolic for something, for reason.
That's a fact.
Success for warrior, stripes for, you know what I mean, struggle.
Mm-hmm.
It meant certain things. So when we make these embraces in life, like I did when I embraced this, I originally got into it for family reasons, and I got into deep with the culture of it.
Yeah.
You feel me? The negative aspect of it, I'm talking about, the
Mhm.
color banging. I got caught up in that because it was taught later.
Yeah.
So once you start doing that, you lose yourself.
I think it was loyal.
Right.
I think he was being loyal to what I'm
To the
saying.
oath.
Yeah,
To the
exactly.
conduct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And at that point in time in my life, I learned that I had to change it.
Mm-hmm.
People walk and run from death.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But when you in this lifestyle right here, you walk towards death.
Yeah.
You feel like a superhero.
Yeah. Like
Even though
baby
you
steps,
living as
baby
a villain.
steps. Yeah, that's a fact.
You feel like a superhero because
Yeah.
you like this. All right, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna do this, and and once you overcome that, it's like a stripe.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's
But
a
if you-
boost of adrenaline.
But if you
it's
look
an
at
ego,
But if you look at your story, like it's a little bit different, right? Because like the first time you did a bid,
Mhm.
actually, I don't know if you got caught for some small shit, but you end up doing some time for some shit you did in there.
Well, I was introduced to that because I had got into some shit out my way, and my mom was like, "Yo, you leaving?" Cause some people's stories is different.
Mm-hmm.
Some people wanted to be down. I never wanted to be down. I had the heart of a lion as a kid.
Yeah.
Now, the eye of the tiger, all of that. You feel
Mhm.
me? So it was an asset for me when I got involved with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like a leader and a man, even as a little
Already,
boy.
yeah.
You understand what I'm
a
saying?
fact.
It was me and my sister raising each other. My
Mm-hmm.
mom's had 2 jobs and on welfare
Mm-hmm.
at that time. You feel me? And we had to raise ourselves.
That's a fact.
Me and my sister 1 year apart. Shout out to Nika, man. You know,
That's a whole fact.
you don't settle. You know what I mean? You're a queen, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got the gift, you got the drip, you got everything you need to succeed in life. You don't gotta want or nothing from nobody. You just gotta will it and live it. Like this interview is gonna be so long because I can't give you all of my life.
Can't give you
at
the
once.
gems, yeah. You
feel
can't
me?
give.
And
you
I got
can't
Jews
give all the
forever.
gems.
I got a big heart. You feel
That's
me?
a fact.
So like when we talking this shit, it's real. You feel me? Ain't nothing.
Now you gotta
no
tell
made
them.
up.
You gotta tell them like when you caught the first case when you was in Nassau, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta tell them about what happened in there. 'Cause
I-
that's how people would
now
know.
look.
You know what
Now
I mean?
look. This is what it was. I
like-
came out there. Shout out to Ian J, Eric Rucker. Shout out to Eggy B, Flames, Quest. You know, some did bad. So I'm just naming names because I don't know who did bad in their cases. I don't get involved with the politics.
Yeah.
But when I was with them, they all did good. You feel me? So these names that I'm naming is just individuals that, you know, when I was introduced to their neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
and they was riding the red wave too. You feel me?
Mhm.
I was able to have a second family. So I went from my neighborhood where there was no Bloods to a neighborhood that was full of Bloods and full of Crips and full of MS-13 in Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm.
So who I'm with? Who gonna be my protectors and my brothers in this new neighborhood that I'm going to?
Mm-hmm.
The Bloods.
That's a fact.
And it just so happened that my aunt was dating one. So I fell right into the heads of a Blood Nation.
Yeah.
Spiritual energy. Ironic.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Shout out to Ra, you heard? You know, this is real story. This is not a made up story. You feel me?
That's a fact.
So I was guided and aided at a young age when I decided to join this shit, and it became a family. My aunt is dating the Blood at this point. I move into her home.
And you was already tapped in, though.
And I'm already tapped in.
Cali and all that. So
but I'm just saying, you know, I was younger.
Yeah, exactly.
So
at that time,
in Cali then. I was in New York.
Yeah, it's a fact. Yeah.
But I'm just saying that what kept it in my system was me going to my aunt's and living there, and now the environment and the area. But I went and switched my set.
That's a
and
fact.
They still embrace me. And like everywhere else, you got to prove your loyalty. However it is that you prove it.
I always think people will respect it more if you stay where you at.
Yeah.
They always got to respect it more like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it was never, nigga, I used to throw up the V with them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? All the time, because at the end of the day, that was they set.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You feel me?
But they know in your heart where you stand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what matters, you know what I mean?
I think the leader of that shit, Doughboy, I met him and shit, but Tone Young, I ain't never meet Tone Young. We just missed each other, but I think he did bad in the case, or a couple of them, you know what I mean? But shout outs to Bigger, shout out to Murder L Murder, rather, pardon me, L Murder. Even though, you know, like, it's a touchy situation with names, because people did foul shit.
Yeah. And you didn't encounter them like that. Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, when I met these brothers,
it was good.
Nigga, you come through Centennial Park. See, this is the thing that I'm saying to people. People look at shit and they see the negative. But let's talk about the positive, though.
That's a fact.
Let's talk about how you got these foreigners, these MS-13 members, they destroying our communities. They raping our kids. They burning our houses up. They doing whatever. You feel me? Committing crimes. And you got the Bloods that's protecting the community.
That's a fact.
That's trying to clean that act up. And they putting us in jail saying that we committing crimes and we these type of vicious people. But really what we doing is protecting our neighbor. Because that's what I seen when I was there.
Yeah.
You know what we was doing? We was in the Roosevelt Park playing basketball. Sitting down smoking weed, probably drinking a little liquor. You feel me? Because that's our hood.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Not doing too much, chilling.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
But then we see a MS-13, you feel me? He coming down with a machete or with a bat or with a chain, or he looking for some problems.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they rolling packs hella deep.
Yeah,
You feel me?
13s, yeah.
So,
they
so
definitely do.
So it was a different atmosphere when I moved out there. This one I got introduced to real gangbanging. You feel me? So now it becomes survival. Now it's not about fucking, you know, being cool and just being family. It's about protecting my family now.
Yeah.
And that's how I got caught up with my case. You know, rivals. It was a big fight. My son Tragedy, Naquan, he had a fight with Johnny and shit. He dusted him off, and he was a Crip. He was a rip. So a nigga felt some type of way, and now niggas go to the guns. I'm new on the set. I got to prove my loyalty.
That's a fact.
This is just what it was.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's how it goes.
Whole situation transpired. Me and the other kid that was a homie, we get away, we break away. I tosses the hammer, the D's, the police, they surround us. He takes them to the hammer. I got betrayed.
Man.
Listen, this is what you call loyalty right here. I got betrayed my first mission. I got betrayed my first mission. You heard what they people, but son wasn't from they set. He was from Queens or somewhere. He was a relative of somebody called LP from out there. Wheezy nigga. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Niggas did them while the fire extinguishing them down and all that, beating them wild crazy when I got locked up. You feel me? Because he told.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like the police would have never have found the hammer.
If you
He
didn't lead
took
them
him
to
right
it,
through it. Like,
exactly.
After he got caught. I didn't even get caught first.
Nah, that's
You
crazy.
feel me? But this is why they loved me and respected me so much out there. And then mind you, this is a whole neighborhood that I'm not from.
Yeah.
That I could have just told on everybody if that was in my blood.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because I was young.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? 15 years old. So what I did, held it down. DFY, juvenile tier, Nassau County, and I'm from Suffolk. So this is my experiences.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Suffolk County kid on juvenile, and I'm in Nassau.
Mm-hmm.
So a foreign land that I never lived at and never been. I'm from Wyned Edge. It's enemies everywhere. Everybody is looking at us. Suffolk and Nassau never got along.
That's a fact.
And it's Long Island is little ass
city too.
Little ass towns. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like it's over 200 towns in Suffolk, over 200 in Nassau, but it's only 15 hoods.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
That's a fact.
It's only but 15 hoods. So you got to think about this hard.
So everybody know each other.
Everybody know each other, and everybody's trying to get a name or something up. So me being trapped over there was crazy. I had to fight the whole tier. That's how I got my respect.
That's a fact.
The whole tier, like, you feel me? I can name the names. Like, it was one kid, man, he beat me so bad I had the lumps. You feel me? But guess what they said? Oh, he gonna get him.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't letting up. He was bigger than me, way bigger than me, boy. Face murder, everybody know. Well, this when the Outlaws was out there, you heard? And I'm young. I'm on a tier, I'm representing. I'm from Crime Dance. This is what Crime Dance didn't know. This is what Wyned Dance didn't know.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm going through hell over here, but I'm getting my stripes along the path. You feel me?
That's
and this with the homies. This wasn't even, this with the Outlaws, the homies. They controlled the jail, you heard? But it was where you was from that mattered, because Hempstead was beefing with Roosevelt. Uniondale's beefing with, ain't nobody like Uniondale, you heard?
Yeah.
So they thought they was soft.
Because when you start getting towards Nassau, you start getting towards more the city.
Yeah.
So they fucking with city.
So Hempstead, Roosevelt, they was kicking up dust in there.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? You had Uniondale, Freeport. They was like, they used to call Uniondale Oniondale. Like, you feel me? Like they stink. They wasn't making no action. It was more of a female type thing.
Yeah.
But shout out to Mega from Hempstead. Shout out to C Murder. You feel me? You know, I don't fuck with this kid, but, you know, he was there, C Gutter, you know what I mean? Everybody, man. Rest in peace, Ha Hussein. You feel me? Ha, you feel me? That's one of my brothers, man. He was there, you feel me? Cool Cal, you feel me? Like, I was young, you know what I mean? Big Rock, you feel me? Calhoun, you feel me? Like, these dudes, all these brothers that I'm talking about, bro, they was out there. I was out there. I was in there. You feel me? I was active. You feel me? Putting on for where I was from. I stood 10 toes down all the time. You feel me? And that's the part that sparked the fire. You feel me? To now when I was released, what I thought about now, going extra harder to get my community known.
That's a fact.
That's when I came up with WNB.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? The Wyned Edge Neighborhood Bloods, Wyned Edge Neighborhood Brims. You feel me? Because I learned from them, from the Velt Gangster Bloods, the Velt Lanes. You feel me? That it wasn't just to bang a set, but to bang your hood. And Doe taught us that, because he was from Denver Lanes, from Cali.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So being locked in as a New York City Brim, which I turned in Polo Grounds in New York City, you feel me, in Harlem, I got my oath, I got my lessons there, but I got taught the lifestyle and the culture of being a blood in Roosevelt.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, variations every set has a different culture and conduct. You feel me? I like the Brims because it was more revolutionary. You feel me? Everything was taught. It was about learning your history, learning who Huey P. Newton, who Assata Shakur, who our revolutionary leaders were, Che Guevara. You feel me? Fidel Castro. You feel me? Kwame Nkrumah. You feel me? Like everybody who was in that realm of revolutionaryism. You feel me? You gotta go with the best, Che Guevara. That's my favorite. Feel me? And then George Jackson. Feel me? So me reading these books in prison changed my character. Cause I remember, this is a true story. I remember as a kid, a Muslim came up to me, and I had knowledge of self young. My uncles was 5% God's and earth and fucking Muslim. You heard? But I dismissed that because I didn't understand the bow ties and the, you feel me, the bean pies and the newspapers, and that wasn't my thing.
That's
I
a
ain't want to
fact.
dress like that. You know what I mean? I want to throw me some baggy jeans on, you know what I'm saying, Manichis on, you feel me? Some Bo Jacksons and get out in the streets. I don't want no fucking bow ties and suits, you heard? So
fact.
I didn't understand what being dressed down was. So it's like, on some dead ass serious shit, bro, I violated them. He came up to the blocks with the bean pies and the suit and the newspaper, and I'm like, yo, y'all got to get the fuck from off this block, like, cause now I done got possessed.
Yeah,
that lifestyle will possess you. And when you start, once you bust your gun one time, it's an adrenaline.
Yeah, you want to do it again. That's
now you want to do it again, and again and again. And I got a lot of success stories because I was already militant and
yeah.
And it's, you understand what I'm saying? I don't gotta really talk about that, but it's niggas. I knew niggas that took credit for shit, and I'm like,
you ain't even do it.
Nah, you ain't even.
You ain't even
funny
do it.
as hell, you heard? But I'm like a ghost.
Yeah,
you
that's
feel
a
me?
fact.
So, I got in too deep on the negative side now.
Yeah.
And at that time, I didn't know if I was gonna make it to 18 years old. You know what I mean? Joey Crack's kid was just one kid that I had a situation with. You feel me? It was so much more. I'm jam rock. Just random shootouts. Just, you know what I mean? Every teen club that's going on, people that knew, they knew it was like it became a negative rage.
Yeah.
A rush. So when you start talking about, you know, putting in work, I don't even be wanting to talk about that.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You feel me?
That's
because
a fact.
that shit that's destruction. You feel me? It's destruction all the way. And I'm not
people's stories, they always want to top your story.
Right.
So you don't want to send nobody out to do no dummy missions and shit. Yeah.
And that's not my message. That's not my purpose.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean? My purpose is really to preach change, to preach growth, but to allow you to be what you want to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a blood. Nothing wrong with being a Crip. Nothing wrong with being a vice lord or whatever. You feel me? What makes something wrong with these things is the conduct. If you committing acts of violence, if you committing criminal activity, you feel me? Be doing criminal activity.
It's how you conduct yourself at all times.
Right.
Word.
Right. Because there's a culture for us. Especially a person like me who 15 years old coming into something like this. You feel me? That's a kid.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? They say, T. Rogers said in an interview, only kids and cowards join gangs.
That's true, though.
And yeah.
That's true.
You shouldn't be a grown-ass man talking about I want to be a blood unless you want to be extorted.
That's a fact. That's true.
Or unless, because if you got an ulterior motive and you think you about to come over here and change some shit.
It's not happening.
It ain't happening.
Yeah. I say that too. I say, if you ain't do that shit by the time you was like I would say 13 to even 2021 is like a stretch right now.
I'm going to say 15, 18.
Yeah, 13 to 18. You wasn't really going to do it regardled. You just,
OYG, age bracket. Yeah, I can see that. But even if, I'm an exception to that if you here for financial purposes.
Yeah.
If you here to help build and provide money and resources, then do that, like the Little Waynes.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel
Yeah,
me? The
yeah.
Lil Uzi Verts and
Mhm.
whoever, you feel me? Like, yeah, they could have came from a real environment, but at the stage when you're a rapper
Yeah.
and you're trying to claim blood and you representing it right, you doing it the right way, but it's like you're not really gang banging.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah,
You
you're
know what I
not
mean?
doing
You're
that.
affiliate.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You affiliated. You
Mhm.
feel me? And it's all good.
That's a fact.
It's all good. We don't need nobody out here gang banging.
That's a fact.
That's why, like, the West Coast homies, when they be on there and they be talking like that, I be like, yo, like, you got to get past that. They so far, they in too deep.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there's a time I couldn't speak in C's.
But
I was in too deep.
Though. It's blinding though, because when you think about like the West Coast, like it'd be like the gang shit, and then it'd be like blocks too. So it's like blinding to like they just think it's the red. It's not the red. Like you beefing with him for some whole other shit that don't got nothing to do with
colors.
Yeah,
colors don't matter. Let me tell y'all what colors is, and I'm gonna break this down. And this came from, shout out to the A-Tray Gangsta Crips. Rest in peace, Big Stag. Big Stag was one of my mentors. Cody, he told me a lot about you. And these is on facts. I wish he was still alive right now. We was in Attica. You heard 2004, 2005. And I'm going to tell that story real quick on how I met Big Stag. You heard? A-Tray Gangsta Crip. You heard? Like, West Side. Facts from the North. You heard? He told me, yo, we in the yard. This is no lie, because he just got moved from C Block. He got mad little twisters in his hair and shit. You know what I mean? He had the little teardrop, the little 187 shit, little black rose on his neck and shit. The ETG on the other side, written. But this guy was fucking humongous. I'm telling you, my weight up. If you see my pictures when I was up there, like, you feel me? But this is 2005, 2004, 2005 in Attica. Big Stag Lee, he come. So everybody here, yo, Stag coming over here. Mind you, I got the hood in A Block. You know what I mean? For the Brims and shit. I had to
set up. You said
I had to set, like, yeah, me, Mega, Najee, rest in peace, my boy Najee killed himself. But any event, so everybody get the word. Yo, this big West Coast Crip nigga, he over here, he in the killing police and all this is the word that you get, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, me, heavy active, I'm like this. What? This is my building. I'm not gonna let nobody up front us. Like, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, bro, we in the yard. We lifting weights. It's me, my son Frank Nitty, and Connie Boy, B-Boy, the Blazer. So we lifting weights because we always had security wherever we went, wherever we walked. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm a general. I got the set. I'm walking with my security in the yard. You feel me? Wherever there's a post at, it's security at for the generals. I was a general. You feel me? So I got Frank Nitty, the Billy. I got B-Boy, Connie Boy with me. You feel me? And we working out. 3, 4 people. We getting buff. We getting swole. You heard? Right next to us is who? Big Stag. But he's so in disguise because he got the army jacket on. He got the dark shades on. And he got his hair in these little ass puffs. You heard? With rubber bands and shit. So he sits up and he like, yo, brother, can you pass me the hundreds? Because we was doing, this one. When your weight is up, you don't play with 50s and 60s and 70s. I stopped playing with 50s, 60s, and 70s when I was like 22 years old. Only 80s, 90s, 100s I'm playing with when I put it on my chest, you heard? On the dumbbells, you heard? So that's what we was doing. We was fucking with the hundreds. He needed them. So he's like, he sits up, but when the guy sit up, you just see like swole. I'm talking about arms all the way out, chest out, you feel me? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, the fuck? But then I see the OGC tatted on his eye. That stands for Original Gangsta Crip. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm looking, then I see the neck. I said, oh, this fool right here. I jump up off of the joint. Now, Frank Nitty is a big boy. Frank Nitty was a big Billy, big as hell, you heard? And B-Boy, me and him was almost the same size, but both of us together, we big as hell, and you feel me, and active. So right there off of the rip, everybody get the gripping. You feel what I'm saying? Stag jump up. He getting sturdy. He takes off his jacket. The boy built like a fucking, you feel me? like something crazy, you heard? But he like, yo, brothers, like the way, this is when I seen respect.
Yeah.
This is when I seen a grown man.
It wasn't about colors.
This when I seen
Yeah.
that, hold up, what the fuck have I been doing and what have we been doing, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
Because he said brothers. That's the first word. It wasn't an act of aggression or hostility. It was an act of showing us, yo, listen, we in the same field.
That's a fact.
You feel me? My enemy is, and that's what he said. If y'all do it, y'all gotta kill me.
Mm-hmm.
My enemies is the police, not y'all.
That's a fact.
Word. So right there, we gotta assess this.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Right there, you gotta assess this.
That's a fact.
What this situation is like. Am I gonna harm this man that did nothing to me at all?
Mm-hmm.
Who's ready to die for what he believe in? You feel me? Or are we gonna give him a pass?
But great minds think alike, though.
You heard?
'Cause you was on that time.
Right.
I tell you, you was on that time.
Right.
You did that too.
Yo, look,
you know what I mean?
look, this is the story. This is the story. This is the true story of Loaf Life Manny, a.k.a. OG Manny Brim, and Big Stag, rest in peace, from the H.A. Crips. That man taught me my West Coast history when it came to the wars with the A-Trays and the Brims. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He told me the story of Tookie, your A-Ball and Trey Ball. He told me this out of his mouth. A Monster Cody, they fall out. You feel me? Word. You feel me? And that became, I met his wife, I met his daughter on visits. You feel what I'm saying?
That's real
His
shit.
son is a Hoover.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, real shit. They lived in Long Island. I didn't even know. Until we had that conversation. We now spend in the yard talking, and he telling me about how colors came about, the year. I think he said 74. You feel me? Like the brother heart was so big.
Yeah.
It was crazy. You feel me? So all this shit I read because I read Monster Cody book, and I heard him mention his name. But now I'm standing before him and I'm with him.
Yeah.
And he gave me that extra structure to embrace revolutionaryism, because his thing was, you ain't fucking Crip if you ain't put in no work with K9.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he felt. And me personally, I never wanted to feel a way like that.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting for niggas to commit acts of violence to police.
Yeah. That's a fact.
I'm committing stand your ground. Be black, be proud, be blood, be proud. Stand who you are. Who the fuck you are is who you are. It's what they created in us.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They want to put us in jail and throw us away for creating who we are and who we became. You heard? I can't run from my identity.
For protecting our community.
At the end of the day,
that's all it really be.
I'm going to do right.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do wrong, I know y'all got to sell for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at that age and I'm at that life. But Big Stag, you know, I love you. Word. I love you, bro. Rest in peace.
But at that point, though, when I think about it like that, when I think about it like that.
And this is deeper than what niggas say, dick riding and all that. Nah, nigga. It's called honor. It's called homage.
But even as an individual, right? Like, even if you want to put gang shit to the side, like, even as an individual, like, if somebody doing something to you or doing something to your community, you gonna stand up. It don't got nothing to do with like gang shit or anything like that. Like, you're gonna be like, nah, bro, I'm not with this shit. I'm not with what y'all doing. And you gonna do what you gotta do for your community, your family, or whatever. So I don't even look at it like that. I never looked at gangs like it's a bad thing or a wholeheartedly bad thing. Just that niggas do dumb shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And ultimately, bro, like I said, we not gonna preach that is good. We not gonna preach that is bad. We gonna preach that is here.
Yeah, that's it.
That
that's
it exists.
Yeah, that's all you could
that
do.
Is over 60 years in existence.
Word.
So therefore, the government shouldn't be focused on
it helps some people.
On putting up people in jail. We should be focused on community centers.
Yeah.
We should be focused on how to better these members' lives.
Mm-hmm.
How to get active. If you want to change the community, you change the conditions.
That's a fact.
If you want to change people, you got to change the circumstance and the conditions of the people.
Nah, the gang, it helps shit. or destruct people's
Right.
lives. It depends on what
what I'm
path
speaking
taking.
of right now is
Right.
reparation.
Yeah.
What I'm speaking of is we need that money. We need that. We need the welfare. We need the care from the government.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? The change. Listen, who dropped all them guns in L.A. in the desert?
That's a fact.
Who dropped all them guns out there?
That's a fact.
Who caused them wars in the 70s,
Drugs
bro?
too.
In the 80s.
Drugs too, though.
Who dropped the drugs?
Mm-hmm.
Who let them in here?
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real, bro.
That's a fact.
Like these are the issues that we face, and you don't know when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Because you blindly living a life, and now you fall victim and you get in too deep.
But that's why I say, like,
Word.
when you a leader, you gotta stay a leader. A lot of people don't.